name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Mubarak Karim to all our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. And also a happy new month to all of you from Tap Tap Send in the whole Riase. As you already know, Tap Tap Send remains to be your #1, numero uno money transfer app you can ever find in the whole world. All you have to do is to go onto Google Play Store or App Store and download Tap Tap Send. The name is what? Tap Tap Send. Now, the testimonies from people is overwhelming. Everybody is giving the good testimony about Tap Tap Send because I've used it before and I understand how reliable, secure, and fast the app is. You, if you like, put it to a test and you will see. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap Tap Send now. Keep on sending the money to the loved ones and your family and let them appreciate you more. Remember the name. It's Tap Tap Send. Hey.
Tap Tap Send. Send more, spend less.
GH in partnership with Sammy Flex TV Production comes your way with a great opportunity for new and up-and-coming artists as well as already established independent artists, record labels or talent managers. Packages include quality music video shoots and music promotion. We give you clean shots, better video quality and the opportunity to promote you and your work across the globe. For more details and enquiries, call 0553 049 693 or 050 4323 640. Elevate GH and Sammy Flex TV Production. Everything for the culture.
Everybody check now. Check it. My check it. My check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. For check it, check it. For check it, for check it, check it, check it. Select glucometer, check it. For check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, for check it. For check it, check it, check it. For check it, for check it, check it, check it. Select glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
One thing is for sure. All right, so let me come back again in a more refined sound so you guys can hear me loud and clear as we do our thing. This is Showbiz Daily here on Sammy Flex TV, and we are seated for another 3-man squad conversation, a conversation that I know you are sure going to be a part of it. And I'm here asking why it looks like media people are not recently thinking about real content, but everybody is just thinking about trends. Like everybody wants to trend. And I'm asking, is it because of what exactly? Maybe we can just warm up with this. I've seen the video, it's so funny though. Richie will show it. Richie will show it, and I feel comfortable with this video for 2 things. One, the lady involved is someone's wife. That is point 1. Point 2 is that what happened could have resulted in someone getting hurt. And again, she's even a new mother. I don't know how old her baby is though, but I know she's a new mother. And I wonder why Big Brother Fifi Pratt will go this way, which could have endangered the lady and himself. Well, as Richie prepared the video for us, let me say thanks for joining us here on Sammy Flex TV. Remember, this is called Showbiz Daily. I do this with my panel members where we sit, discuss all the relevant and the pertinent issues in our showbiz industry. Today, in the middle, Roland Amate, a usual suspect, here on the show, seated and ready for the business of the day. He is an event publicist, talent manager, and a blogger as well. Nana Reagan is also a journalist and a talent manager or road manager for Wendy Shea. Then at the background, I have men like Digital Rasta. You can also call him Currency. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show, and Emmanuel, no, let me say, Digital Rasta is also the man in charge of our camera. Now join us with your comments, with your reviews, and remember to share the link with your people as well as we sit to do this together here on the show. But you should also use TapTapSend because they are supporting this platform ably supported by TapTapSend. It is a money transfer app on your phone. All that you've got to do is to download it. If you download it, you key in your details. Remember to use the promo code that is SammyFlex on your first download, and you are going to get some $10, £5, €5 based on where you are sending your money from. Join us and let's roll. So, Ro, why are we looking for trend? Like we want things that will trend. Okay, so this is the video of Selena Boate obviously going for an interview. And let me tell you that while she was going, because of what she was wearing, she was even feeling uncomfortable with Charlie. See, let me tell you something. She was feeling uncomfortable because of what she was wearing on, because she knows that if she's not careful, her back will show. And so while she was coming, she was paying attention to her back, like her hand was on it. Now, you try to raise her and, oh, Charlie, sometimes all this, they'll be uncomfortable, but they can't say it. You see her face. Yes, I had dream. One, she's someone's wife. And, it's like so much. Where's I no more bay, Penomusru? Still
so much concern.
Yeah, no, sir, Unimnasi, but I said, we didn't send our address. So you didn't want to mess up.
And so there are some
Hadging. Sometimes it's hard to critique our people of some of these things, but
I know
Hadging too. Hadging.
Plus, I mean, some of these cases, they're ordering around to say, it's and me and yet acting in point a mamma when the mamma home hosting of this particular content. Like again, pan a bit more positive, and you see, these are some of the reasons why some people even find it difficult to how do we call it, do some of these jobs and all that. Because at the end of the day, imagine what the husband will be thinking. How some people grow. How about seriously people who want the lead? As in a man for best a penny at their day. And you ask yourself, say, okay, is this really something that you would want your partner or your spouse to be getting involved in? In fact, this particular gesture, as much as it be a growing is an man, I think this is so not
the extreme.
Yes, this is so
extreme.
not cool.
To the extreme.
For you to even come and post it.
You could have done this, but if you know it went this way,
of course, don't come and post it.
Oh, Charlie.
Don't come and post it.
Don't
come and post it. Because we post it.
And is it, you know what is interesting? I see the gentleman come to him. When the gentleman comes, he hugs them
and shakes them.
Then they go to the studio. If you go onto his timeline, you see
of course.
They come and at the car park, he hugs them, shakes them. So why do you want to like? Oh, Debbie. And also who is say?
I think our big brother Fifi should have known his limits. I mean, this is whether the person is a showbiz person or not. No matter your relationship with her, you should know she's somebody's wife. And some of these antics or behaviors in public space like that, now it raises a lot of questions. And obi in kase bibi mbra na so obi in fa bibi anto so if there are any stories coming up between Uni Pana, some of these videos and some of
will
these
be used against
you. So
yeah,
you have to be very, very careful on how sometimes you receive such people. I mean, trends today, the brass, I mean, if we all don't take care in how to make or put things out for people to comment and talk about it and all of that. And I say likes and engagements now and you do trim baby. You overlook some of these things and sometimes you might do the extreme. I mean, this is
Should we
so
blame
bad.
today's type of marketing as the causal factor for some of these things? Because now today's marketing, they will ask you of your numbers. Today's marketing, no matter how professional, no matter how good you are doing, they'll ask you of your numbers.
Exactly, but at the end of the day, people are doing it right. People are doing just that. You see, me most of the times, I think if you pay attention, the people who are getting it wrong or who are desperately doing some of these things are one, maybe the person is lazy around whatever he's doing and he's just trying to do the extreme to get that attention. Or maybe the person you could so that you could clearly see the person is not into competition. He's not doing something right. He's just doing things anyhow, but he just wants to cover up with some of these things because at the end of the day, our numbers, I say football. Football, you want bobo, you be that's a share sign. Find a winning. It's at the end, it's not for say if we want to mark him aside his program, aside whatever thing he's doing in today's marketing, whatever anybody is doing, aside everything, say the engagements and our numbers now for let's say
That's it.
it is done. And see the other moral aspects of whatever they are doing and ethics, people are just going over ethics, people are just putting morals aside, people are just putting certain things they have to, reasonably look at, consider certain factors they have to consider. People are just putting them aside. All they are going for is the numbers because, like you are saying, okay, maybe that's on numbers here. But there are other people who are also professionally getting the numbers and they are doing it right. But maybe no Obrafuor say or Tony Boase na odini organically or onya the numbers he's obetimi akwakoshi might be a best 1 month we can come up with a very brilliant idea that will give him whatever numbers he's looking for. But Charlie, there are other people who don't care. Like at the end of the day, we are not a second views in
one afternoon I was doing some quick dry cleaning be radio be bona 12 o'clock midday news and Mirahoy because it was news presentation according to say studio discussion and as a commentary
News presentation.
like when
That's a serious business.
why introduce a story
it's a rape case.
story no
Jokingly like
Facebook oh mom radio the phone never Facebook number.
look at that. Killing the radio.
Yes. Oh no, that one we could have heard so many radio people do that before.
Still myself. So if put the radio also and you can't say the story for the listener to understand, yeah, that also fast what to say.
But let's also tell them that you see there are some reasonable people in the society who don't just yes your numbers will come, but they will look at who contributes to that number.
Yes.
The role will be office. So catch him say sometimes when it comes on social media and you make a post, the comments, the plenty comments is not his problem. He looks at who is commenting and what's the substance of the comment. It's
quality of the comment.
A 5. Not say it is knowledgeable, like enough.
But see, unfortunately, how many people will think this? That's how sad it is. You see, this is a solid thing. Like who is commenting?
The quality of engagement.
But how many people think this way? Well, it was just by the way, like I'm saying, sometimes it's so hard for you to enter into someone's zones to critique what they are doing. But seeing this video there, I think it was to the extreme. The fall was not necessary if you ask me.
One land you can go to me because yeah,
no, it was dangerous. Maybe me, I saw it from the beginning. It was dangerous, and some of these things we don't have to condone it. Now, another one that once again Roland called our attention to is Sugar Titi, who has sued a man of God, and I'm here asking myself so many questions. As a matter of fact, I read the story of Sugar Titi suing a certain man of God, but I didn't know the details and what exactly the man had done. I think I read it on Ghana Web yesterday, and this morning, Roland brings the video to that effect. And the lady Sugar Titi posted or tweeted that members of Frangogo Ekacho Church inform your pastor to meet me in court to prove that I'm a demon of the sea with an evidence of entering the sea. Now, what did the pastor say? There is that video. Let's go and watch the video and look at it and discuss it. Some of these things, comments that we hear our men of God say often on or during interviews. How do we keep them? Will the court thing work? Because I'm seeing spirituality and I'm seeing law, and these two don't marry. Or see, also the name court on God evidence, man. Spiritual. No, whether even the court system can even help Sugar Titi in this. And is there a solution? Watch this man of God, and I'll come back.
Because social media and not for one person, but for the whole world. The ban is saying, and so base I
Okay.
Why and our fun so?
Oh, Sugar Titi no. Girl no, or no, or what to me be anymore.
Oh, what to me?
Yes, to me, to say, I would say, you what to me or a pomo. And then say what to me or a ponase.
Hey,
what you say?
That be so you what a poned down,
a poned what to me, and I say what to me or a ponase. A mono or muhu din, or mono to me cause earthquake na the idea.
A ponase
no. Sir, to me and sano. And I join in I join in your friend Lucifer no. And the Lucifer no lu no ejina homa luminati.
All right.
And I see no ejina homa nsuo no to me. And I fire no ejina homa ja. Anything I will say luminati for be an occult for be almost candle. Without candle they can't operate. Omu meeting be almost candle. Because a lu see any fire and a juma boom. What is here? And the to me be what upon us here. A possess a ma bebre. A horn as a Delilah a free. A Bible mo. What you say? And that girl no. Obi a wedi was an report mu bia or your babia or possess you. Or warrior ma was so mo. I'm telling you.
Hold on, so for when you
Obi a wedi wo ho. Obi a wakodi was a honum. Na say ye din kwan fa sa be ma we no man. You are possessed.
Jesus.
A agenda be no di buy, but na Ghana for no say Bible doors wo Ghana ha. Anything I want die everything no e dey akọ baby fufuro.
Okay.
I was omu ye sa de no na say wo hwe kura na. Wo be ma na oba wo hwe sa video no mpo.
Yeah.
You'll be able to be possessed. And the girl no pa there abonsam na so no.
Are you trying to say Mr. Sugar Titi? Yes, man in a buy.
Obese ya de only obese ya de obe possess e ma no bebre. Obe possess e ma no bebre.
Oh, ni restaurant no wa be ko bia you are possessed.
Yeah, ma nkwan fa sa we no sa pot no ma. You have so many meaning no. Because we are not doing that hopper on the was idea.
Okay.
And this want to me a capture with spirit now.
Prophet.
Because social media and not for one person, but for the whole world. The ban is saying, and so is
well, I don't know whether the Ekacho has another meaning. It is not too clear to me yet. But that's also funny Sunday. Bad neighbor. Never anything. Na court no cry befa.
That's a bit to me.
How? Befa saying.
So you see, this is a matter of defamation. Clear. Whatever you might have seen in the spiritual realm, it's between you and your spiritual realm. But whatever the case may be, the person is a physical being. And whatever you saw that you came to say in the physical realm will take effect in the physical realm, not spiritual. That is why she is taking him to a physical court, not a spiritual court. Because whatever thing that she said, there are so many things.
So wait, let's look at it this way. When you go, you say what? You are coming to lodge a complaint.
Yes.
For someone saying what?
Defaming you.
Defaming you that what?
Coming to destroy people's lives. So out of that, Titi can say, okay, because of what you said, there are 1, 2, 3 people who have said that because of what we heard from this man of God, we are not going to deal with you again. That's it. Yapon. Yapon.
No, Casso. No, Casso.
Who, man?
Unproven spiritual.
Yes. You see? No, you
no,
see?
What I mean is that he's saying that he saw it in the spirit. To see something in the spirit, you cannot prove it because it is spirit.
So,
yes, I saw it.
So whatever you saw in the spirit, say it in the spirit world. Don't come and say it in the physical world, because whatever you saw in the spirit world that you came to say in the physical world is affecting me in the physical world.
So come and let me break it for you.
Break.
Affecting the physical world.
Okay.
Let me break it for you.
Break it. So you would have to come and prove to me that whatever you said was not to defame me, was not to tarnish me black in the public image or in the public eye, but you came to truly say what you saw. Because if I tell you, oh, I saw Sammy Flex drinking Venna water, it is not about me seeing Sammy Flex drinking Venna water. If I am being called to questioning, I have to prove, oh, I have a picture which has Sammy Flex drinking Venna water. That is what it means.
In the spiritual realms, you can't demand that.
That is why in the court there is nothing like spirit. Besides, the pastor is not a spirit. The pastor is a physical being, and it is the physical being that said it. So whatever you saw in your spiritual world is between you and your spirit. It has nothing to do with me in the physical. So if you come to physical and you come and tell me that, it is one of the reasons why, after a shattered altercation with the court and whatever that got him to prison, now and then you see Ghana Police Service, especially on 31st night, issuing statements that some of these men of God should be measured. Because if we call you and you can't prove it, the damage that you probably would have caused the person, whether fear or panic or whatever trauma you would put the person through, since you can't prove it, the effect that you put the person through, the damage will already be caused. And who is going to pay for that? Nobody is going to. It is the person that is going to suffer. So for them to also protect some of these people, like the likes of Sugar Titi and all those people, you guys should also be measured.
Okay.
What stopped you from reaching out to Sugar Titi? If not for anything,
no, he will say he doesn't have her contact. That one we know.
So assuming you even meant right, and whatever you saw, truly you saw it. What stopped you? If truly you are even a powerful man of God, you can equally know what could do a man.
Check the job banner no tia episode. A job banner tia episode to no even Congo. Sorry, na obi e baifu a first e bi kan bisa o pese ye tuma.
Yesu na ye di nechi. Yesu na ye di nechi. Otifie o woni baby na Lazarus sister ba ne chen say wa down for now open asem. Am yesie no. O ka kire ne so onko na Lazarus be ka. Yesu anko nya ne Lazarus.
Oh, but are you comparing Jesus's
spiritual? No, you see, the person that we are following says if you have
can't be like him.
Christ-like.
No, but you can't be like him.
And you can't be like him, but you can. Oh, try what's the
Those miracles are the least of the qualities of you being a Christian. They are the least. He says if you have faith, even as little as a mustard seed, you can tell the mountains to move and they will move. So you can equally sit in your house. That is the same way these pastors call people. Say, and they will pray for you and kill your house witches. House witches, sorry, they want to know.
Well, Regan, let me also listen to you. How do we solve this?
That's I want to just say this before I come to the subject matter. We respect authority power, but we are not scared of authority. Because you see, sometimes
as much as you are following their rules, you shouldn't be scared. Yeah.
Yes. You see, sometimes we should make people understand that when we say touch not my anointed, it is not the people who are wearing clergy, not just them alone. When I can be anointed, but be a woman. Somebody outside somewhere, our own respecting the spirituality. might have a certain relationship with God and he can be anointed. Nti enye sebi omo for pulpit, dinner pulpit so 30 minutes, 1 hour, 35 minutes e preach pe and anointed people.
Yeah.
And to make out can say you have touched God's anointed, you know.
That's true.
Now, that's you see what is happening there. First, a kokota, a bit na ye jum.
How?
The commentary now, yeah, video no. He did not, or can someone to say, or no so for no na. Onim say, girl no ye possess, ya someone if you possess. You can play the video again and watch. He did not say in the video, say, Nyame, ya chere say, girl we are to ade we no. Who called the D-word, na pot na why na say Roland Bem ya. And who be possess. And I say,
Nana, let's admit that we've watched only a portion of the video. Let's admit that we've watched only a portion of the video. What if in the full video he said that in the spiritual realm?
So right now, what we are dealing with is the portion of the video.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So dealing with it, you can
play the full video to defend himself, and that's his problem. And you see, proving say spiritually, who are the name pan I say to only difference. It has got nothing to do with sugar titty.
Okay.
I had to say the Marco court. No obi say, oh, na we gan say. Na me say me yes me and I say be there assembly atom so na say me provide evidence I say. Yes. What I say.
Yeah.
What it means is that if the person is able to prove with enough evidence, I mean any counter evidence there to defend myself. Assembly bet me ebu abome. Enti enya o kasa na o akọka ne nkwa say uhu ade na ohun ne pe na ye with defense. So we prove beyond we say when ade na wo kan unim they are sure of it say na ade this is also part of your defense. Enti so for no dey say sugar titi de ne kokota. Ebitimi aye juma. The court has laws that can deal with those things. It's just that some of us are not loyal to detail everything out for people to understand it.
Yeah.
But in fact, it's a video the way of presenting as it's clear defamation. Like that is to girl no the target was girl no doing an out on.
Restaurant.
Yes, in a restaurant. It means nobody should go and buy from her. Nobody should go and eat from her.
That's some of these things, they may come as light, but they have effect on some people.
Yes. In fact, those who have even gone there to eat crap now, they will be mentally, psychologically, they will
if
be
they are not
suffering
strong and they watch,
they will be suffering it. That's why we are spiritual. They will be suffering about that. So some of these utterances, some of them, the truth is that nobody is saying that God cannot reveal some of these things to men of God. But if you must bo Muslim, I said, in the end times, Muslim can say because at this time, people wants to hear and talk. See, you spirituality in general. If you like, look at our social medias. Every day, people are looking for topics to talk about. Obi person TBB. Obi person TBB before Obrafour and Drake's issue. There was a certain trend be na kwansana. Obrafour didn't we talk about Ochame Kwame's boxer?
And they look
before that, the look-alike things was going on. All the buy physical activities. You only pay. You know, say a lot of people want to hear something. They want to talk about something. It's the brain our strategy, and then they will attach spirituality to it. People, it will be difficult for people to manage. Now, Omar Shia, it will let them sway away. Lucy focus. There are a lot of stories that sounds very convincing, but they are not the truth. People can put together words. It will sound very convincing. It will make a lot of sense to your ears, but it is not. And yet the biana and he said, "Will be born in still market biana so be can be sometimes the way they put out some of these issues, say girl, ya someone one. Say girl, ya someone if you're poase. Say Omar made this age man. The girl say no question as man the person is not the target, it is the society.
Yeah.
It means everybody in the society is not safe. Because our girl now what could do one obey possess no e bia me na rega me kwa bonte ne ho be makono me friend me fa na ehun sunsan so me face bi enti sa wo se wo hu a anka bibi se epu no rasa me nka yenka mfa nji ni penimu ni munyam yenka emfa nje glory bi anka ye bon mpa ye kutia because we are praying for you are praying to save lives.
So those times when Nigel Gacy was doing all them prophecies about celebrities, he was saying it. And on friend.
So why they always want you to come. They always want you to come, and it is one of the reasons they target public figures and people who have something to do with. When you come, they know so appreciation one. And then again, they will be able to establish contacts and direct relationship with you. And the time be an offer, then you have to do something.
You come and also give them some form of credibility.
Validate way of society. So some of them not born Muslim market can say that's not the argument.
Yeah.
But sometimes how you deliver the message, say nyame asoma into me person say brasa me tete no Bible obi a okọ baby ko kan asem bia o read Bible na say nyame soma nyame ka che ne say ko hana ko ka che asem esi say be na interview we a ko tena so na no ye no nyame na ka che ne say me nko sugar titi ho ko tena interview platform we so na ko ka say sugar titi ye process oye ofie poase. Well,
that is the story so far. Interesting times we have here in our country. I'm just hoping that Sugar Titi will be able to push this to the top because I know that when it comes to the legal ways and spiritualities, they have some difficult things to prove, especially when they said he should go and bring evidence. The evidence is here. The evidence is here. The evidence is actually spiritual. The evidence is not tangible. So how does he prove it? And this is where I know it will get interesting. I also love the point my people made that really and truly, if she can also state that she is being disturbed. Business is getting bad because of that statement. Then she also has a case. And that is how funny this whole thing looks like. But we are following. Let's see how Sugar Titi will push this. And let's see how maybe we can all come together to stop these prophecies from some quack man of God. Thanks to Shatawale with Ghana police, they have been able to seize the one that happens on 31st night. That one they've seized it. And they see they've
minimized, they've not seized it.
Oh, but now they can say it in their churches, but they cannot put it on social media to cause fear and panic.
There's like a pronouncement on somebody. It's not even a prophecy.
So let's see how that one goes. But in another story, still in Ghana, and we are looking at Chechiku, who is an actor who was featured in the Akakalito series on YouTube by TryGod TV, featuring Akabeneza and all the right guys in his camp. Now, in the acting or in the movie, one of the actors, Chechiku, made a statement describing the people he was fighting with, describing them as people who are villagers, as people who don't have money, and a group from a town that they believe was mentioned in this video are chasing him to apologize. We discussed it here and said there could be two ways in here. Either they are hyping the video, so this particular act from these guys is just an act to promote the video, or really and truly they are offended. And I suggested that if they were offended for real, then Chechiku should apologize. But if it is for promo, then we should leave it as such. Let's take it from the recordings and we will know how to discuss this. First, what did Chechiku say in Akakalito? Let's watch this. I'll be back.
Don't forget now! I mean, I don't know the whole America. Don't here for. We are Mama. Mumra, Utumu, Kalito! But lives area, what are you?
Well, so that was the statement that seemed to have brought the whole confusion. So the gentleman also came forward in a group asking for an apology or explanation from what popular Chechiku said. Let's go for that video same way. And there's another video where Chechiku has finally come forward to apologize. We'll be looking at all of them to do our discussion. Watch video number 2.
ɛyɛ Akabeneza fashion omu yɛ pɛkyifo na ne nkasa yɛ mu yɛ wadi omu sunkunim ti yɛ furo mu pɛkyifo dwonfo ahiafo yɛnim ala Ghana ha de freedom of speech nti sɛ ba kwan sɛ yɛmfa ne sɛ wontimi nkasa nti obi kuro sa yɛnso yɛte anye yɛ de pɛkyi ne free nti yɛ de yɛmfa bebe yɛ ana sɛ basabasa bi yɛ kyerɛ ne sɛ pɛkyikro na ɔbɔ ho din sɛ yɛ pɛkyi no ana sɛ pɛkyifo bi na sɛ wɔkyerɛ de any problem ɛpɛ sɛ ɔba abɔnten no ɔbɛkyerɛ pɛkyikro na sɛ yɛ pɛkyi na de nti a wɔyi su pɛkyi ne bi no one friend nyina baabi papa ba kuro a wadi omu sunkunim wadi omu yɛ ɛne wobɛkyerɛ bi no yɛ ɔka nsɛm pii sɛ pɛkyifo dwonfo ukrasefo apofo sɛ deɛ sɛ ɔhwɛ mmeranteɛ gyina deɛ na kyerɛ sɛ yɛ dwon kamafoɔ na ayɛ de ama yɛ na asɛ yɛ kuro yi nneɔma bi wɔ ha yɛ totɔtotɔ wie yɛte ayɛ ne kasa kura sɛ ɔsɛ ɔbɛgye akyi wie a pɛkyi yɛ kuro a gyina hɔ sene baabi a ne nkɔɔfoɔ mpanimfoɔ mu mu bi industry no mu bi wɔ ha ɔmu sɛ mu bi ni yɛwie a yɛde mobɛbɔ ayɛ akɔ akɔbɔ kyerɛ wɔ a mu nyɛ mu wɔ ha ana movie industry no also wɔ mu onko busa ne president Bola Samwa board no wonka at least Iceman yɛfa ne nkɔ akyire mu bɔ titiri ne adi nti mu wa movie industry no mu nyina so ofiri he ɔbaa mu sɛbi no ne kɔgu to cancer mo mpo ne hyase ti Chechiku ba da bɛ yɛsɛ yɛ credit ne ade bie nyina hwɛ mu video chacha Akabeneza yɛpɛ wasɛm yɛ hwɛ video ne video yɛ to ne pepe mu nti ne yɛ saa dio obi ani YouTube account obi ani hwɛ ba yɛ ko na obo ne di wodi bɔne so no yɛ pɛ sɛ yɛ kyerɛ sɛ ɔmra no betim sɛ yɛ ne yɛ na yɛn so ade nti a wɔkasa yɛni hwɛ ana before sɛ nyɛ kutia ne yɛ ba yɛ ne mpanifo bebree abo aso bisa na yɛ de yɛ boy sɛ yɛ ba yɛ serɛw asɛm na yɛ ka no yɛ de yɛ ne balance yɛ ne wɔn yɛ ɔmra betim sɛ nyɛ yɛn so ɔmra kyerɛ pɛ kutia ɔmra
family Charlie. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad, but Pechi, if you are Asante Bakwai, me kwai so. Me timi ni Pechi atem da, the big dad. I will never do that in my life. I will never ever do that. Term. Na say we will be an how sitting as some fa. You know, kakra me can say anku ya me pacho. I really say sorry to be out to once and hand I'm very, very sorry. Say anku ya abon peti. But send you be a omote no oman tennis antino. Sanku ya me sorry. Me sorry, pa. I'm very, very sorry now. A kwan so ana me faku me krum. If you are Asante Bakwai, meet me the picture da. Me sorry. Thank you all. I will be.
Well, Nana, let's start this. At least you are closer to the Asante region. Is there a case to start with from top? Is there a case?
Yeah, I don't think there's a case. I mean, this is a movie character in his character trying to,
But remember, Tuobodom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the
in whatever you are saying, make a linkage to that.
I mean, when we were discussing the Tuobodom story, I was here. I advised that sometimes you see people in some of these areas, I mean the youth and the traditional authorities in some of these areas should, instead of coming out to make some of these cases, should rather take advantage of just the mention to tell their own story. Nobody can tell your story better than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. It is the first time I am hearing the Pechi name. I've been to Kumasi several times, but maybe my direction has never taken me there. So somebody too will be somewhere. It will be the first time. Now, if you want to tell your own story, or if you want to tell that Pechi people are not, you can't say
they are not civilized.
Civilized people are. You have a way you can present your story and not go and fight Chechiku, who was in the character. It's not like onwani
Like the musicians who did Trouble today were in character.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say that some of these responses that come, okay, should Ghana go to war with Hollywood for putting out slavery movies, or Africa should go to war with the
Production
Hollywood
houses.
for putting out slavery? Because when we are telling even the stories of Kwame Nkrumah and all these Confirmation and all these people, how do you want me to tell Kwame Nkrumah's story better? How do you want me to tell Yasanto's story better? When those days on life, what we have read, what we've been taught in school tells that not where they were coming from. So if I put it out like that, you want to take it, you don't see the positive in that, but you want to conclude and say that the Yasantua and her generation, or the people who worship the Yasantua person, or like, I don't understand. Because even Mandela's story, when you watch South African movie, the popular South African movie, I've forgotten the title, it tells the Mandela story when he went to prison and how they were able to, come. You could see the kind of story they portrayed about him, Mandela, the people themselves, how they even dress, how they talk, the kind of shelters they put together to let you know, say, they are in the right settings. We should understand some of these arts and how we tell our story. And not always come out to say, obi akoye painting. No person portray say so to for a tikopofo into a kobono. And I am a patch away. Like, me personally, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't see why people should do that. Until somebody is telling the Ashanti story. Now, or can or say to tumu mresuta mo fa nsuomu eko kum hwana call war eko ye den edi a fish any hwana na ye can fancy for so say major two me and talk mom ye say that is true or not, we don't know. So if somebody is telling the story, not say in writing your script, you put certain dialogues ne nyama bi mu wo mu na character bi eko acting na oye we are, then we will come out and say that image. No, I don't think it's a right thing for any society to do. No say nipa no wasori anapa na on for ye jume bi no oti say or tell obi story and as all can be actually obi and all ye act bi and as bibi na bi on or waso camera scenes disrespecting Chechiku for and as all disrespecting the youth there. It is two different. In fact, the reason I'm saying it is not even cases. Boys now, a video now, demanded for an apology and I said for clarification, whatever. They were not even able to establish a case in them. But that's why they are saying so. Ombra no make say a year, omo and I say like that's I don't know if you are getting the point. Maybe say
because the towns like there is Pechi number one, Pechi number two. Like when you're going to Koko, we have
he did not mention Pechi number one in what he said.
So now,
so if I say Pechia, it means any I can conclude say a Pechi number one, Pechi number two now. Then make your case. Don't come and tell me so. Make us say a mo. Into omo in your boys, I'm man band there. You disrespect your So just make a clear case, Charlie. What you said in the movie, what disrespecting him. Yenti say inti na presenting your case no inti brana be pachaw but uye no utuje brana be ka say sa na aka na yes na aka na de yan na on de here. Somebody will conclude say maybe you just want to tap into trends, you just want to be known, you just want to be seen. Because I say what disrespecting me bush na for na me throw for na me kwa case, I will pick the loopholes in whatever you presented and make a straight case against you. It's as simple as that. In your case, we are also counter argument and a defense be our you bring it and then we will just judge and everybody will go home. But so better to now Pechi for the opinion say Pechi for. In fact, the entire Kumasi, why would say Kumasi in because you're crossing it, then you don't know what you are saying. The entire Asante region, there is no crossing anywhere. You do glass for a better amount of time.
Yeah.
And there is no crashing anywhere. So for you to even as a whole couple so to say, crashing anywhere. Since this is somebody in character or ye Juma, mokra moji to say mope, and they are all ye some of the things we portray in our movies, it is disrespectful. Chewa from part 1 to part 10. Yeah, chira be you mutu and ajo win panam. You don't see any disrespect to that. Or you think because that is spirituality, and the be you. No, I don't think so. This one, I am begging my petty youth. Said they should allow arts and other things to flow like that. That is how we can develop each and every area in our society.
Bon petit four. Chechiku Zwanyadi. Then you can't jump for.
I was saying it is somebody. John.
Why over the So we switch this discussion on Sammy Flex Speaks. Now the apology. Were you really expecting the apology? And now, do you see this
apology? Yeah, I can say Rasaman. It is just to I think say me sure say uncomfortable more Chechiku so where the video is going to. Me, I don't want to make the argument of whether a stunt and a stunt for promotion. But if you look at the two videos, maybe he just wants to make peace because Obezu Okumase more. And yes, sorry, and yet Yankrophone in Nana Sebi Manu Dasumina, so they are inclined with some of these activities. Hey, be no boo, baby said the boy say cry every so camera also. Kasa yen. Maybe I know beyond because camera in so uncle Casasa, but pray no one. Now, be who a chebe or more could movie or pechi and our baby a better now boys are quackoye the yen and at the end same fata. And to say be asked to jebe ban. I think say it is and yet and say spring say or be patch also win your man tiasia saying an ame patchere. Now I think say it's in the right direction.
Okay, so Rose, still on you, and I'm asking that were you expecting the apology, and after the apology, can you now be sure whether it was for media publicity or really and truly some people in Pachi are not happy with Chechiku?
Oh, media. I wouldn't be surprised if it is not for publicity stunts. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it is truly the media, like the youth that are not happy. That are
Like it is real.
Like it is real. Me, I wouldn't be surprised. Because, and yet, like Regan said, Biana, some of these things, they have the heart to just overlook it or let it go like that. There are some people that, no matter what you say about them, so far as it is not true, they are not so perturbed. In fact, they would rather even use it as an opportunity to even sell the good side of whatever they have, rather than dwelling on the negative aspect that's probably they think you are doing. I remember when Kojo Sheldon said this particular studio is a shrine. Like, there you go. Hey, Kojo Sheldon, man, apologize. Like, this place is not a shrine. Have you seen anybody pouring libation here? Have you seen anybody? Here. You understand? So it is not everybody that will have the heart to let some of these things go. Even today. Me, because of the Nkaseti Obodom story, some of these things, I just don't want to circle it with the publicity stunt kind of track. Because if somebody, that's even me, I respect so much and see her as very learned, today, can still come, post snippets of that Nkase video and still insult Nkase, then we can't just leave anything to chance. We can't just leave.
Who is that?
Oh,
Julie J.
Julie J.
Yes.
Yeah.
That blogger.
Posted
Nkase
video.
Yes.
And I think she went to Tobodom and she recorded some roads or something from there and posted that how can Nkase describe this town or village, this town as a village?
She begs.
She was really angry.
She begs. Serious.
Yeah, a video report.
Serious.
And I remember this.
We didn't discuss
it. No, me, like as much as I was surprised, I wasn't in another sense surprised because even in Kase, that is a heavy
shy.
Came to tell us that even in UK, the crap one people still meet him or meet them and they still like record them instances and still threaten them with it. So like I was saying, and you'll be an awak from our bits castle. We say who here, let's just focus and move on. And for Chechiku to come and apologize, my own was okay. He was in character. He was just doing something to entertain people. If indeed he mentioned Pechi, then and he feels that people are not happy and there's the need for him to come and apologize. Why not? And so I at least for him to him, he did not even say Pechi. He said Abompet. And out of whatever case that was brought to him, well, for peace to reign, sometimes you apologize not because those people are right, but just for you to also have your peace of mind and to maintain your mental psyche. That's all.
Yeah, that's true.
Just not because the people are right, but for your mental health sake, let's just
let things slide.
And the youth, I am tempted, this particular youth that came ranting, they are also chasing clouds, contrary to what they were saying. Because look at the people they mentioned who are from Pechi. The top people, including the president of the Actors Guild and all that. They want to reach out to Chechiku. How difficult would that be? How difficult would that be? Chewa is in town.
And they didn't even acknowledge the fact that maybe their traditional authorities cry is not.
They said they sought permission from some of these traditions. But even if I am Pampua, why would you come into the public domain to come and make this right? It is not necessary. Besides, then what will it amount to? No. And even when they were stating their case, they weren't even sure whether Chechiku mentioned Pechi or not. Or can say Pechi dear, no dear, and like. So why don't you call the person in private? Let the person ask the person, did you say Pechi or not? Before you come and state your case out there. Maybe Omar reaching out to Chechiku in one sense, being a win fear.
So they were using that video to send a message to Chechiku. That was the idea.
There was
like this video, we are using it so that we reach out to you in this video.
There was a better approach. Right? One say it's very easy for you to go and for you to find a person. But if you want to call the person there, you want to come and tell me it is difficult. How can you tell me this story? It is not so difficult for you to reach Chechiku. So the video runs there. But all the same, I think it is good Chechiku also came to apologize, at least for everybody's peace of mind. Let's just squash this and move on.
Well, once again, thanks for those who are following. Now that Chechiku has apologized, I want to believe calm will be restored and peace will also remain still as they are doing their thing. They can go ahead to do it without any stress. Now back to more serious matters, and I know this one is new. It has been around it has been around for some time, alongside all the news around it. Obrafour, Drake, and the lawsuit, and some new updates are coming up. Gamro chairman, who is supposed to explain Nana Reagan's uncle, who is supposed to explain all the copyright issues to us, he has been posting, and I'm interested in some of his posts. So I would want us to look at some of them, and if my director, Richie Flex, has them, he can share them. But if they are not there, I can be reading some of them from here. So some 5 hours ago, he posted this, and I want us to pay attention. Nimanche doesn't have a recorded or unrecorded song called Killer Cat. Please listen well. Nimanche doesn't have a recorded or unrecorded song called Killer Cat. The phrase Killer Cat forms part of Obrafuor's recorded song called Ohine. That is 2. 3. The sample phrase Killer Cat was taken from the song Ohine that was composed by Obrafuor. 4. The record label that owns that master tape is called Execution, which under normal circumstances should be the owner of the master tape and should have the primary right to sue and then parties. And I hope you guys have gotten it. Because after the brouhaha, and Manche came out saying this and that. Now we'll be reading some of the Manche tweets so far, but this is what Gabriel Chairman is saying, that still, whether Manche use his voice or not, the whole thing belonged to execution, and that execution can sue, and when they win, they will now share portions of the booty to everybody who played a role in the recording. Now, another post from him. He says, my take on the Obrafour Drake issue. Number one, the owner of the master recorded sound has the primary right to sue. The owner of the master tape of that recorded sound has the primary right to sue. In this case, Obrafour. And two, the creator of that particular sampled phrase, Killer Cat Blood, also has interest, but his interest is within that of the owner of the master tape of the recorded sound. And he says it is imperative for all interested parties to stop commenting on the case, as it can be used to jeopardize the case, especially Manche, Hammer, and Obrafour. It says for 1% of something is better than 100% of nothing. So, the boss who is in charge of staying copyright, especially in the area of music, on the issue, he has been talking to us. Now, Richie, let's go and refresh our minds on some of the tweets from Manche, who is not happy with happenings. Especially says, hello, Robert Fruidlaw. The intellectual property, more specifically the Killer Cat sound, which was sampled by Drake in the track Calling My Name, belongs to Manche Ayikwe and not Edward Nana Osei Hammer, producer of Obrafuor's album on Obrafuor's song, and as he did with others. And said, hello, Drake, the intellectual property, more specifically the Killer Cat. No. You can keep what you had on the screen. Yes. More specifically, the Killer Cat sound, which was sampled in your song Calling My Name, belongs to me, Manchayikwe, and not Obrafour. In other tweets, he's talking about Obrafour not paying him for the last 20 years. Okay, this one says, Drake, I wish to convey firmly as owner of the rights. Now, so he's saying that he's not the owner of the rights. And request that you consult my lawyer, Kofi Bentil, before you take any steps regarding claims of compensation for the use of the intellectual property of Manchayikwe. You've been notified. I say, Drake, may have send this can be a come Obrafour. Say, scan here, radio. That's my lawyer. Now, Miss Minimity. Hey, Charlie. Another one says, confirm I, Manchayikwe, insists that although Obrafour has interest in the matter, he is not the owner of the rights and cannot assert it. Definitely not alone or make any demands for sole compensation for its use. Hey, more tweet. What tweet, Papa? I said, for the record, Obrafour filed a lawsuit to lay claim to my intellectual property without notification. What you also saying there? I say, Mike, I expect you to tell the truth about this matter, or I will. Then he comes again to say, Mike, please tell your coons. I've been trying to get you to meet my lawyer since Drake released that song. You cannot claim compensation on my intellectual property that you also didn't pay for. We can revert to what I suggested last year and keep moving and keep it moving. What was the suggestion? I wish I know. Hi, Mike Obrafour. I'm disappointed at your actions. Would be good to tell the public the truth about this matter, or I'll be forced to lay out how you've never paid a dime for any of my works in your songs over the last 20 years. So all these we know, but Gamro chairman has told us something. If I went now, what?
That's how
Yetie one day, yetie Gamro chairman, and I yetie Killer Cat, voice over artist.
Ebeya, no chairman.
Sir.
Oh yes. In fact,
now Papa is here. Can
okay, so Manche is coming out to rant. Why? Then all his arguments, say I can say yes, so pa, all based on morals, nothing else.
Morals.
Oh yes. Oh, I don't know, bro. For one consulting Manche before you going to suit morals. You know why it is based on morals?
No.
Manche, the signature, sir, statement no make here. It wasn't any back on our you. Go and check Obrafuor songs.
And your Obrafuor song, Hammers beat.
Hammers,
I'm sure
no, I just want us to target Obrafuor songs, okay?
Okay.
And those songs were made by Hammer. You see the guy, he did not do anything for Obrafuor. He gave that particular thing to Hammer. Maybe a regan. Now my friends are Felix. Oh, we the best. Now Sammy Flex are Becca. For whatever it is, say a problem here. May now be Sammy Uncle Sarega. No. Because me produce beat America. Now be both to San Shemwa. Now a nyom ne hate na upiska. Uncle Sarega. Because one for America. And you see, some of these things make us display our ignorance to the whole world. Oh. You see, for Manche, claiming this, Manche, for him to come and say for the past 20 years, he's not been paid and he's not gotten a penny or whatever. I am mystery because now, as we are speaking, that's I mean. If Semibo Kuska Pill, now me were publishers, now me bo Kuska wa amount for 20 even 10 years, 20 years back. If I get publishers today, and I am able to tell them, say, I give them records, say me when 20. Whether I signed a split sheet with the people or not, my publishers will reach out to all these people and claim my royalties from them. Boom. Manche doesn't need Obrafuor to come and do bragging. Come and tell the truth. Come and tell the truth too. And what will that amount to? Coming to tell the public.
Come and tell the truth that you've not paid me.
And the bit jaka. The best thing Manche should do is get publishers to claim some of these rights for him. And don't have it to Obrafuor coming out to say, now. Labels, and some people can be the executive producers behind them. Rough Town Records and Midas Touch is an example. Links Entertainment is an example. Yes, they are running the record labels, but to what I say, the executive of that particular operation belongs to them is another conversation. So Obrafour can be the umbrella, or the master, or Execution Entertainment can be the master name on owning this particular record. But as to say, for the master production or the master recording of these records is also another conversation. So my own was, okay, who owns the masters? And for Obrafour to come out and get the balls to run this suit, knows that they have done their due diligence. And because, you see, when these whole emails were sent from Team Drake to Obrafour, they did not reply. And Drake released the album. It was, I think, a month or so, or after some few weeks, where Obrafour also called register in America. So you realize that even the date that Drake released was earlier than the date Obrafour and his team went to register. So I want to believe that they know clearly what they are doing, which is what will give them the balls to go ahead with the suit. Now, Manche, Ekas Obrafour has interest, He's rather turning the thing upside down. He thinks he owns it. He doesn't own anything. He rather has interest in whatever Obrafour is doing. Maybe he should come and tell us, say, Anka Obrafour consultina. Perhaps the 10. Of course. Anka Obrafour consultina. Maybe the 10 million was too small. And he would have pushed Obrafour to go for 20 million or 30 million. You understand? That is, and all these things are based on morals. And yet technically. So if Obrafour is suing because a portion of a master that he owns has been taken out or has been stolen or whatever, for want of a better word. And Manche rather has an interest in Obrafour's umbrella. Or even if he has problem crowd with this particular case, he should go and consult Hammer. Because it was Hammer that he... So you think that Manche has no case? Oh, he has a case. No, he doesn't. His case is based on morals. And he has interest rather, which is very technical. He has interest, but the case not one based on morals. And if
Baba, has he been treated fairly in what is happening?
Of course.
Yes.
No. He's not been treated fairly. It's not for anything at all. And you see, in one of his statements, I read that he said when he saw the release and people started calling on him, he reached out to Obrafour.
According to him, when the song came out last year, that was when he started reaching out to
Obrafour. Yeah. And out of that, there was one statement that he was also saying he even filed a suit against Drake. I was tweeting him. He also filed a suit against Drake. Two people are suing. One has documents to prove that this is mine. So the earlier everybody keeps quiet, the better for this case.
Okay, Nana, what is your position on this?
My position is very, very simple.
Mm-hmm.
If in reality what Chechiku said is a town, and there are John 4 and 1 Mancha would have been the Mancha of that town.
Oh no, that's not a fair comment. No,
I withdraw. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But you see, brother, the echoes Mancha will case and also only case be our interest. Only care say Mancha say on obeti me sue Draker. Or sue Draker, he will need 90% of Obrafour's
blessing
documents to go and make a case in place.
Yeah, that one is true. Because he is not the executive producer of the work.
And the basics in collecting royalties, all called gamble crapuna. Say me ne wo any rule and na royalties ba. Me na me only master. Gamro will contact me to prove say mo deserve whatever mechanical right and also whatever right be answer. They can take that mechanical right out and come and give it to you. Say me comment me am prove say mo yeah na mo na mo ball guitar when a ball when I we deserve ya. Ya ma wo hwe. This is basic knowledge, and then I think say my uncle. I think this one I have loved my uncle. Such a brilliant, position on this particular case.
Yeah, Rexomar's points are solid.
Fantastic position on this case. We need to applaud him, my uncle. Oh wow.
You have to go and give me a shout on Facebook.
Yeah, I have to. No, brother, I mean, you say, I have been so sad anytime I see people, especially when I started reading Manchester tweets and when people's commentary, including a report at TV3 Crapo, and so your mom misfire, claiming Manchester is the producer of the like shamefully. We are just, you see what Manchester is doing. So the producer, they describe him as a producer. That's I mean. Share. You see what Manchester is doing. It tells how blacks, how I yet it. Any subani nini yamati I drink into that's what baby I yet. I intimate in cost. You see what Manchester is doing. Somebody, you claim you have a right to something. You find this all the time I'm here, now there was no split sheet. I'll come to Roland's brilliant point about who even recorded that and who, like, between wine and wine. I was say Manchester Echo say way median in my home royalties when I had. I'll come to that. The man said there was no split sheet in the one can be into Obrafour no one yes Obrafour into your share you morals fear the ma. So Obrafour so to be a cabo sanko bonus to drop
for doing what?
Sammy, technically this guy has zero issue to talk to tell
anybody. No, he has interest. I know that we can't put.
We say interest now is different from claiming. You see, right now what Manchester is doing, he's beating his chest to tell the world say he has a case. He doesn't have a technical case. The case.
Case or interest.
Unto him, sabi unim nyansa. Customer ka odan ka twen te. When ka you born we 532 formation 10. Obrafour what is say Obrafour we need court case now. Break a man 10 million. Then you come and make a serious.
But you see that there are some missing elements in this whole story that I wish we have them to help us to do like better analysis. So, for instance, he said when the song came out, he reached out to Obrafour. How did that negotiation go? Unfortunately, we don't have.
Yes. Okay.
We don't know what he should be.
I wish he Manchester was that could have detailed that conversation out. And then what do you have to hide it? Okay, when I reach out to you, do that CD is equal to say, and you ignore. Come and tell us. And yet, that's
different.
It is nobody's business. Like I only cry with you when you put out a crying party. You can come and join you and cry. Hey, Obrafour and Drake, and keep it. Yeah. One day say they be on a platform where you say your industry ain't me morals in film. Yet in our dealings, so they be on a cast of platform. We say in our business ain't me morals.
Because business.
Yes, because some of these things, and they have my money for all you know. Me didn't say hammer so ain't me now any position will assemble because it be another hammer for hammer to use the same killer cards. It
could be the same killer cards in Enyumbibrio. There are different phrases.
Yeah,
guy as intros in song.
Hammer in a contract say one check. So on yet for the studio no purpose
because even Adam.
So what it means if Obrafour can start a hammer charging of 5,000 for a production, and that thing will be included. You know Obrafour has paid for that thing.
He
has paid for it.
Then you should go and deal with him.
He has paid for it. And if you have issues, and you do the card,
so in what he's saying, it means Hammer also did not pay him.
Then come and say, Obrafour has not paid you a dime.
It's not paid you. You need
to say that you need to give us like more details to tell say only Obrafour and far from us Charlie. Who are him? Who to patch up Hammer Studios is never it's the case. It's the case. Say a son and buy him Obrafour say who afraid we are back studio no. One mouse one chauka for our portion our ben And I want recording any spreadsheet I did better say who deserve royalties been what come over 20 years. Then we can sit down and talk about it. So ye be about so ye technical ne with the end or morally. Manchester thinks he is doing something good. But he's just giving us out as objects of like ridicule and like I said, we are some dumb people. The oil and when you go and I won't say and your Obrafour pen the back on a comma your space in na a comma your space wow we stakeholder here industry player you should be sad. Obi attention 20 years. Obi din royalties. Ono akasa na all lawyer na obon lawyer din kire en. We ntimi anka nche na lawyer say.
We know.
Killer cat we ade we obi dey yem obi di me Obrafour di me within this 20 years yen fa court na yen kokon na yen je. Na obetwa am over 20 years no. Obrafour no only master right to the record no. Ono fere say obi aba be di ne. Enti ono di nipa na court na ansa na waba be sa anegu gari nim thinking say 10 million Drake to ya and look, you see how on the tweet in the air represented. He said, "Young cockot for Drake best and 10 million more Obrafour." So on fa. If your Obrafour buy 10 million out of no necessary, no quit. How not to hear humanity. You see how ignorant we are as people. But this case can lose.
I see.
Like I seriously. Manchester. Any sanko be din. Nanka, with your Obrafour pa on consult wa. Akakukomu nanka also statistics and listen emails. Air contact. Case ni cost now so yeah. Now open evidence the my lawyer.
Yes.
Say once I many omo kasa, omo female. And I did mention I am a voice so. Me na me then you also gathering some concrete documents before future fight. How the best face you mean the 10 million so also 9 million. No I do.
Yeah. Ada dia yang nyuling nasa people.
I you.
Wow. Let's move on to the last one.
I didn't real manche attitude the way before mu. Away politics mu, away BBM. The oil I don't even think that he wants a case against Drake. It is just to destroy everything. But let me tell him this. Said your tweets now why your honor case and they say a court. I don't think that the US legal department or the courts body they will be interested in moral crime parts. They will look at the substance first. They will look at what Obrafour is claiming first. It's against Drake. It's way in there. A after party as a move. A after party. And a Syrian Alabama for Fasre and Keke. And they go on one man who fee. And Yama Bebra or statement Bebra take in the tweet in as against Rexoma post now. It tells how ignorant Manche is in dealing with some of these issues.
Yeah. And I agree. Rexoma's tweets there. Post that's everything.
See, you know, on especially claiming say me or no mom all right so be sue. Position your body like any can say Obrafour sue Drake. Now one all right so be sue Drake.
What's right?
Empty. Onim the why na anka by this anka started delete some of the tweets now why na.
That the great or delete while
Sammy, yan kana ankofe I didn't real manche US. Say na Jay-Z. Any anka na Shatawale. In your court case. Oh. Na obehu jaru abem. Who Jay-Z wo? Sino, na me boy na who Shatawale so on charge the mansion ni bienu. Tell mansion bi la.
Today I spoke with Shatawale and the batter. I said, hey, Drake take your team. If they hear the big legs.
He come alive. He get to write on Twitter. Say, I just come alive. Hey, Ghana seat from any other people.
And I know I got my dick up because
no, you should be now go.
Now that Lumba, that Lumba.
Well, let me wrap up. And no, sir, approach and so different conversation. Already, you'll be for all you know, you can your Obrafour crapping a dad, you know, say, but there are 70 back to maybe there are legal experts, but my mama shall say, I say, move for the fast,
yes. To go and register but that particular song in America.
Now, first discussion, I was saying that young China seminal court na passing judgment maybe be a process. Now, young share the course for our own people. Say, hey, so I'm not saying you shouldn't have problem with Obrafour, and I say Obrafour do sika you the approach and how you go about it, it tells us our mentality, the kind of mentality you have, because Manche in no case. Situation be about media claim even $1 from Drake. No voice no killer cat no. But on to me share with because say, my sorry, my mama lawyer sue Drake. I am from Obrafour. I'll kita master a right to whatever production. Like what are you talking about?
Well, interesting case. As it stands now, we are still waiting for what will be coming from America. Because it looks like in Ghana, we've exhausted all the various points that we have to discuss. We are waiting for what will be happening from America. Is there any response from Team Drake as we speak? That is what we are waiting for. And I'm sure now the way Drake is being disturbed on Ghana Twitter, he will even deactivate Ghana Twitter from his account very, very soon, because you guys are really disturbing him with that. Now, let's look at a very last story. And once again, this one is also in Ghana. And man like Osebo has been talking. What is Osebo talking about? Osebo is not happy with our brother Zion Felix. And there is a video that he's put out expressing his displeasure on the brother. I'll read the video caption, then we watch the video, and I come back to ask my guys what we think about it. It's in our domain as journalists, our interviews, our write-ups, our headlines. Sometimes I know we are all guilty one way or the other. So Osebo wrote this. I told you right after the interview not to give captions that will favor you now, not to favor you. Now you see, let me go again. I told you right after the interview not to give captions that will favor you. Now you see, Zion Felix, I'm not happy with your captions at all. This is Osebo, the Zara man, talking. It comes with a video. Let's go watch the video. And when I come back, we will sure have a discussion. Let's go watch it now.
Yeah, my name is Don Paparuti, aka Osebo the Zara man. And I'm not happy at all. And I'm not paying kwa. Fiti Enra about interview be a Zion Felix. Zion. You see, sometimes say mobani and we interviewer. Me pam cho more captioner, I bet draw and call for attention just to come and watch the interview. At the end of the day, when you interview, you na caption what the ma interview, now it has got nothing to do with in some now in a kind. First of all, me know you chat a interview, who post to know, all in an abana more a bemo. But I don't remember say in our conversation we discussed about her. So why did you bring her in the picture? That is one. Two, Ubusam say. Meko Adagraja, sorry, Missy Daddy. Me penasem, or you me respect nipe bio was as so you for so you sikeni, so you hear me, even a buampo me respect no, because Onyankopon ewonimu. Enti me pese meka obi wasema, edi otan beba me ni panentem. Me na Adagraja, ye one and wonder, but it is obi ni nua. Oye kwabena, misi me kwabena, ye pay ho asem pa. Please. For confusion, to or bra me war enemy no interview now me know yet, that's not a caption or the man or the post no. Why will you do that? And this is not the first time or the why me and maybe me know your Jackie interview. You came out with a captioner and never said anything about that caption. Why are you doing that? Who favor on send a banner views
Nemum ubema me menya tamfo. Why? And I've been so respect. What will you gain from doing this? Zion, why would you do that? Interview now, no, you know, and it caption now with the man. I mean, and some baby by a can't want to suba could be a 7 years woman than say Ubemasa caption way. Why? Zion, why? Let's say any more and to know at the to man. The more any pack want some more no lose respect. Miss Sel be brave, the young people dim pouch. Men per se make create enemy, and now will be creating enemy. Ama mini will be wabra. Akumemu asem no Nyankopon ko anim. Etiri asem Nyankopon ko anim. And it's will be an interviewer. Mr. Osan ye call you know. Caption sa men fafi from kan just because of previews no good anymore. I'm not happy.
Ba yen kwa be kan bia na esiro because yenum kwa na enye hu ye say yetene ana yetene. I am not Cheddars class. He buys one bag for $300,000. I have 6 kids with 4 women. And Richie, there are other ones on the they call website. So this is the YouTube one. There are other ones on the call website. So one, Osebo is even not happy with the fact that he even brought Nana best picture. So no say who in here? From the other day.
Right on the picture and then well, I mean, beside them,
Charlie, it's as if we be saying, you are guilty, I'm guilty.
I'm guilty. I'm not guilty.
Oh, if you're not
No.
In all your journalism, are you saying? I think I'm not guilty now. Madam, that's it. Not really solve this. And I suppose Odika catch no.
That is where my worry is. You know, in our line of duty, like we would want
You also
to
question Richard, the numbers are from Masana.
Say
from Chibadiane. I call Richard numbers from Toba. Lion.
Me and Obrafour story no. Caption I mean yeah. Sikaba. Obrafour used me. And Sikaba na this year. In our line of duty, some of these things do happen. In fact, yes. At times, it is not only about having a conversation.
Let me say something funny. Here when Mr. Bo called Zion to ask why he did it. So he did not do it, his voice.
Here.
I said, my voice in on this website there could be his voice for real, but on the YouTube day.
Me, I'm not going to drag this whether it was him or whether it was his boys. Some of these days, for even the boys to go ahead and even do this, it means it is a common practice in the camp or in the house.
No, it is journalism, man.
Of course, and that's why I'm saying it is a common practice in the house or in the camp. It is not. This is not a dragging matter. This is not a matter that we are going to drag. You get it. So it is unfortunate that something like this has happened. But maybe the end say yes, we interview people each and every day.
Yeah,
and sometimes there are even
my name is Don Papa
certain conversations that even before they sit or they agree to sit with you, Crown, they tell you not to go there or not to even make such have such conversations. So if at the end of the day, after the interview, the person told you or was specific about certain things that he wasn't so cool, you are going to put out. I believe that as journalists, yes, as much as we want our clickbait, we want our engagement, sometimes the respect on these personalities is also key.
Yeah.
Yes, because
it should be paramount.
Yes, regardless, they are the people we work with, and they are the people who give us whatever we have. like whether direct or indirect. So sometimes the respect on them is also key. We should take note. And I want to believe that Zion will do the needful. Where
The needful meaning what?
the needful meaning, it is either he changes the caption and also call the man to apologize. With regardless of whoever did it, whether it was him or the boys, the name on that particular piece on the whole platform is your name. And just like how do you call it? Derek Money came to mess up the other time. You called them, you had a conversation with them. Because at the end of the day, it's a Sammy Flex TV, not Derek Money TV. You understand? So even though it was somebody that messed up, it was still on your platform. Just for courtesy, just out of respect for personalities and all that. And no punch says Zion show Osebo and Osebo show Zion. No, it is just respect for each other. And I believe that yes, you have done this, and the person says they are not pleased. Maybe you didn't mean any harm. And none of the Chemo Beka say your good intentions is always not enough. You did not mean any harm. It is any panel. It's me who na gross on a was show concern. Say, oh, Charlie, he's not pleased. Even after telling you certain areas are not on Pesa, I believe that then the honorable thing to do is to either take it off, change it, because I know say the content there, he can't squash it.
Yeah.
Not even delete content, but you can equally change headline. Oh, but me delete, but even with what Osebo said, Osebo did not have a problem with the content. Or say headline. You understand? So that means that
you see, sometimes that headline to me, you can't be beside me. I can tell you something. Say there is no way Zion bet show the beef as headliner, not any video.
And then America say
there is no way.
For whatever story
Zion can never write anything out of the video.
For whatever story that we would want to make. You can see a headline was that same story, but we can get like 10 headlines. 10. And we can equally get half of those 10.
And you know why we go for certain headlines?
No. America says sometimes, and yes, Zion's Osebo. And then yes, Zion, yeah, be mad. Just for respect. I don't make just respect into say Zion's is a headline where it is not going to reduce his numbers, it is not going to affect Zion in any way, but rather will even make him honorable. Say, okay, you've done the needful. Still make a debut example. Say, maybe I did agro, maybe I'm a Borregan. Say, perhaps one day, maybe the same, but maybe I'm not saying that he's not in a good mood. Or catch him say, Charlie, I did boy him. Whether I meant good or bad, I still need to apologize to him. Way and so you understand? So yes, sometimes I believe that yes, we would have 1,001 reasons to defend Zion and say we on whatever caption that he put on there or whatever thumbnail or pictures that he put on there that Osebo is not pleased. Zion is right to do it, but just out of respect. Yes, and this is somebody that you have personal relationship with. And yes, Ubia, in a certain context. Yes. This is somebody that you have a very close relationship with, and out of respect, you can just change it for content in the on say delete the content in the so just change the headline, change the thumbnail, and call him to apologize. That's simple and simple.
Well, Nana.
The entire America say guilty. Say sometimes even me as a writer, sometimes when I go online, we be a headline here. And Reagan is eating Gary Sokins. And I'm okay, obey say Gary Sokins is a bad food in quotes in Reagan. Now I started from paragraph 1 to paragraph 5. And you will not see anywhere in that story another Gary is a bad food.
So it means it was a derivative.
You understand?
Derived from something.
If Reagan says something about Gary, people are not can say, oh, maybe your mommy Gary, I mean.
What I say, and we have a lot of such cases on our social blogs. I think the other they had some encounter with our own Obrafour. He was also very bitter about that, and it was like I don't want to show you super on me. Because he sent me about 4 links. And Rasami, headline, no, who read there? Once said normally, the right thing to do is say if you are quoting somebody, at least as headline, the right thing you do is that your first paragraph or the lead, and then the quote should either appear in the first, the lead, or the second paragraph to tell the story proper. But when you read the entire story, who puts in it, baby. And that is what most of our bloggers and it's so sad, it's so bad. Not to be to me for headline you just anyway, just because said the rule nipa na mention Gary Keke. One, who be in the headline just to make it go. And yet, you move in your car. I don't know. Say, I'm trying to say then you me sometimes we don't have because one said only Osebo, this is Osebo, right? Me too. Say me Sammy Felix one-on-one interview. I don't need any external person's image to do my thumbnail.
Yeah.
I can still create a thumbnail with your image. I know say it will still catch fire for people to kind of watch the interview. Headline or show on YouTube, but it be anymore. Headline kasam the text not show on YouTube anymore. It is something probably possible or you have discussed with possible in the video.
Yes.
Unless say be possible and can say on number 4 and number 6 I won't mark.
And the Obeka.
And I say possible and can say
Obeka.
Chada a ton a bag $300,000. And I be so can I don't think say possible be who are dear we on them so watch a bit beer. Na ba na more picture now the be attach o thumbnail no one pet.
And then also any
be creative problem.
And also can problem.
You see. So why would you do that? Nti Chada ni Osebo pe ntimi mawo. Anyway, bia how do Zion cry? Popular celebrity blog outside the picture sad title. What do you need another in this conversation for? Why? And to be who another picture, they won't watch Zion Felix your video. We should speak to our brothers, Rasami. They should check some of these things, especially when you are at the top. Maybe you see how Zion brand they do in blogging names. You should check some of these things and make sure say
all hurt me that when it happens like it kills trust.
You understand?
For you and them.
The person, yes.
Next time when
you
leave
the person to even talk about something important, they will not mind you. And Ebanesa affects Zion Kwan, affects everybody in the space. What they say, I'm not here.
Yes.
What they say, somebody
I'm not quite transparent if you are no amount one.
What you say?
Oh, when
one can control say.
And how much did this story?
Yes.
How much did this story?
You be story send mama na me read the answer.
But how much did this kind of same thing sharing? I mean be a call.
Story.
Say me interviews because when we interview and my culture
show be before. So we beg them. We beg our brothers. We are all writers and entertainment.
We are all looking for dollars.
We are all looking for dollars. We beg, please, check some of these things. That.
Oh my goodness!
Put things out like that because we can still get. Maybe I'm a corporate and we can still get the numbers in a very right and professional way. I don't know why.
With consistency.
Yeah, I mean, who go for? I'm more agree to say if you don't do some of these things are own numbers.
Yeah,
like,
with consistency, you still
get it. You build a solid brand than just make some of these things now. Only panel or no content. No, it's enemy to a lot of people. Or losing respect to a lot of people
out of giving you money.
What you say? So we beg them. We beg.
Well, like Roland said, I want to believe our brother Zion Felix will do the honorable thing. Osebo is an open-minded person. If only he reaches out to him, I'm sure there will be an end to this particular saga. Just that it is so unfortunate after we sitting with people, having a healthy chat with them, you turn and it has turned into another thing altogether and people will be fighting all over. For Osebo to do a video on this, it means he was really he was really offended. He was really offended, unfortunately. We can only end it here and say thanks for being a part of it. But remember to also share your opinion and comment with us. We appreciate them. Special thanks to Nana Reagan. Thanks to Roland Amate, Digital Rasta Currency on Camera, Richie Flex, Editor Director of the show, and to you as well for spending your quality time here with us. We really appreciate it and don't take it for granted. But if you are here and you've not subscribed to us, what are you waiting for? Please do. To those who have subscribed to us, please continue sharing the good news here on this platform. Sammy Flex, I'll see you in our next video. Be out of here.